If you are looking for a safe, secure and cost-effective platform for hosting your online videos for your courses, then this video is for you. Now shortly I'll reveal what I believe to be the best platform out there, but first let's take a look at two of the most common platforms people use to host their videos. So here we are over at Wistia. And when you're a course creator, over time you are going to be creating a decent number of videos, which means you are going to be spending between $79 a month and $319 per month to host your videos on Wistia. Similarly, if we head on over to Vimeo, we can see that the advanced plan, which is 5,500 yen, I'm based in Japan, which is the equivalent of approximately $40 per month. Now you'll be paying this amount of money regardless of how many people consume your content. And if you're a newer marketer and you don't have many customers, it's very hard to justify these fees. So what can you do? Well, you can use a service called bunny.net, and I'm going to walk you through how to use that right now. Okay, so I've just logged into my Bunny account, and at first glance it can look rather overwhelming, but lots of this stuff you're not going to need when it comes to hosting your videos for online courses. You'll see that down here on the right hand side they've got an AI chat that you can use, and if you need more in-depth support then you can go to their help and support section here. Billing is here and I'll cover that towards the end of the video, but let's focus on how we can add our videos and the different features and functionalities that we have. So the first place that you're going to want to go is called Stream. We're going to click on this once and this will open up your video library section, which of course will be empty if you've never used Bunny before. Now the easiest way to think about this is you would create a video library, for example, for every course that you create, or you could create a video library based on themes or topics. So each time I create a course, I will create a video library and all of the videos for that course will go into that library. So we've got a Facebook ads mini course, we've got GSB, which stands for Getting Started Basics. And again, you can create as many of these as you want. So I'm going to add a video library and you can call this what you want. So we'll call this Demo Library 1. As we scroll down, you'll see this video storage configuration section. So without getting too in depth, this is basically referring to how reliably your videos are delivered and how quickly they're delivered. And if any of these regions here, which are set by default, were to go down or to fail, then another one would take its place. So you can come down here and if you want to, you can add one of these regions for slightly more money. But honestly speaking, you could keep it as is and you'd be fine. So this is the monthly storage cost and you can see it's ridiculously cheap. So we'll click on Add Video Library and now we have a video library that's added, which of course right now does not have any videos in it. Before we upload videos, there are these other options down here. And again, you won't need all of these, but I'll quickly walk you through some of the best practices. Player is where you can work on your branding. So if you've got a particular color you'd like to use, I use this orange color. You can choose a color here. So play buttons and pause buttons and stuff will be of that color. If you want to change the captions, you can do that up here. These are the controls that will appear on your videos within this particular library. So if you do not want the option for users to play your video in a full screen, you can quickly uncheck it. And of course, you can put it back on as well. Again, I don't play around with these things, but it's entirely up to you if you want to include that. If you want to include the option for somebody to go back or forward 10 seconds, then just turn those on. Again, I just leave everything as is and hit save. If you want, you can have a watch time heat map, and that will be publicly displayed in the video player above the progress bar, and that can allow people who are watching the videos to find interesting points. It sounds nice, but personally speaking, when I'm watching a video, I'm not really bothered what other people have watched, so I just leave this off. So we'll hit save. Okay, that's done. Let's come back up here. The next one is advertising, which I do not touch at all, so I don't play around with this. Now encoding is really important. Let's just open this up. If we come down here, the resolutions that a person can watch the video in is important. I don't need anybody to watch my videos in these lower resolutions, so I just uncheck these. And I personally make sure that 720 and 1080p are left checked so people can watch my videos in high definition. I don't need to go to these ultra high things here. So again, we just keep that as it is. If you want to upload a watermark, you can upload your watermark here and it will be automatically encoded into your video, but it can't be removed, so just double check that's something you want to do. Okay, and then by default that will be saved automatically. We've got a transcribing option here, which you can enable, but you can see it does cost, although very, very limited. Now this transcription service can be used to automatically convert the audio track into captions and be translated into multiple languages, which is pretty cool. And if you want to, you can toggle any of these things on. It's entirely up to you. And if you've got an audience that speak a different language, then you can use this AI function to transcribe it into another language. However, I don't know how accurate that is. You're going to need to be pretty proficient in that language to know whether it's a good translation or not. Security, of course, is very important for people when it comes to hosting online courses. So if you were to only want your videos to be embedded or accessed on specific domains, you would put it in here. So you may need to put your Thrivecart domain or your URL of your membership site, whatever you've got, and add in here. If you're not bothered about that, then of course you don't need to put anything in here. And if there are certain domains you want to block, you can put those in here. Again, some of these are quite advanced options, which for the average person that just wants to have a professional way to host their videos and keep it safe and secure, the allowed domains should be more than enough. We'll click on delivery. Again, I don't change anything here. Keep it as it is. I don't need to worry about any of this stuff personally. Storage will come to here. And again, that brings us back here if we need to change this or add a different location. Then we've got our stats in here. Obviously, we won't have any stats for this particular library because we don't have any videos in it, but this is a great way for you to watch your view history and watch time and just get an idea of how many views you're getting and what your watch time's like. It's a great way to gauge how much traffic you're getting. Views per country, if you want to know that. If you've got, want to see where your views are coming from, average watch time per country. So you do get some pretty good stats in here, which will populate as you get people to consume your stuff. So let's come back over here to stream and we'll go to the library that we created. Let's come down and find the library. What did I call it? Was it Demo Library 1? So we'll click on this, we'll open this up and we want to upload our first video. So we'll click on upload and we can either click here to drag and drop or browse. I'm going to drag a video in here. It's an end screen for a YouTube video just to demonstrate this. And down here, you can see that it uploads really, really quickly. Obviously, the speed will depend on your internet connection and the size of your video file. Once it's uploaded, it has to be processed. And we're going to see this little progress bar eventually go around. And once it's finished, your video will be there. And there are a few other options that you can play around with, such as adding custom thumbnails and changing a few things. So I'll pause the video and wait for this to be processed. Okay, so we can now see that this video has been processed. What we want to do once is click here, and this will bring us to our video. So you can see this is just an end screen template. So what can we do here? We can change the title. We can just click here and change the title. I'm not going to do that now. If we come down, this here is your embed code. So if you click once, it will copy it to your clipboard, and then you can paste this into whatever system you're using, whether that's on a WordPress site, inside any kind of membership site. It works perfectly on Thrive, Learn, or anything that you want to use. Then if you come down here, you've got other IDs that you could potentially share with people. You've got the video ID, the direct play URL. So if I was to click on this and I'll open a new tab and paste this in off screen, then the video would pull in here and you could share this link if you want to. There are lots of different things that you could do. We'll come back here. If you want to add a custom thumbnail, then you can click on upload and you can choose a thumbnail. So I'll just choose a random thumbnail that I've got created for a video that I'll be creating shortly. And this will load up and we've just got to wait for it to be saved and this will be good to go. So the thumbnail is set and it's going to refresh and it will automatically populate on the video. So you've not got to do anything else. That's pretty much that. A couple of other options. You can see there's the thumbnail populated here. If you want to switch autoplay on, then you just switch it on here. And if you want to switch loop on, you can switch it on here. And then of course you can turn it off as well. So if you've got a video sales letter that you would like to host on bunny.net and you would like it to autoplay, just turn that on there. and then you can grab the new updated embed code. This will automatically update. I don't want autoplay turned on. And you can come down here and you can just save changes to double check everything. If you want to play around with these things, you can. So we've got captions here, which you'll need to upload a file to use. Generally speaking, captions use SRT files. We've got chapters. If you would like to add more value to your videos, you could add chapters so people can see when you start speaking about specific topics. We've got moments as well, and we've got statistics that you'll come and see later to see how well or poorly that video is performing. And that's pretty much all you'll need to do. You'll just then need to come back here and upload the rest of your videos so that you've got them uploaded, they've all been processed, you've added your thumbnails, and you can just grab the embed codes and add them to your membership site. So before we go, just a quick word on billing. Your billing will be down here. And if you click on billing, obviously I've got to blur a few things out, but you can add what's called an auto recharge, whether that's a credit card or a PayPal. So I've got it set so that once my amount inside goes below $5, it automatically adds an extra $25. So I've not got to worry about anything and make sure that, so I've always got an amount in here so that obviously my account doesn't get closed. Very, very simple to do. There's also a frequently asked section on how billing works, but to keep things simple, you basically get charged for how many videos you store, but also how often these videos are consumed. So when you're a newer marketer, if you create a course, you might find that you don't have many customers, you don't get many people watching your videos, so you basically pay next to nothing. If you're using a third-party service such as Vimeo or Wistia, you have to pay a big amount, obviously, to start those services, and then you'll pay either monthly or annually, regardless of how many people consume your content. So I find Bunny.net is super cost effective. I've been using it now for a couple of years, and I think I've probably spent maybe $70 or $80, and I've got a lot of videos inside. I've probably got close to 1,000 videos inside of my Bunny account now, and I have recurring membership sites, so I've got one-off products, and these videos get consumed, but the billing is really, really low. So you can always double check everything here. If you've got questions about billing, super, super simple. And one final point, which I've just realized that they have, is they do actually have a credit system if you're an affiliate. They did remove this for a while. I've just seen that they've re-added this. So what you can do is you can invite people to Bunny.net and earn $20 for sign up, and you'll get your affiliate link down here. I wasn't aware that they brought this back, but they have, which is great. If you've got a team, you can manage your team, and you can let other people access and sort this out for you. I do it myself, but obviously if you wanted to get a VA to do it, you can do that here. And it's just a pretty cost-effective, simple system for hosting your videos. Now you can host PDFs, you can host images and other files, but I won't talk about that in this video. This video has gone on long enough. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them below and I'll get back to you ASAP. But overall, I find Bunny.net looks good. It's a great viewing experience for your customers. It's safe, it's secure. Obviously, if somebody wants to download your content, they'll always find a way. But to my mind, this is the best, safest, and most cost-effective solution out there with good support. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.